everyone, I'm Thomas Burge here at Hagerstown Community College. I'm an instructor and I also run our fitness center. I'm here with Dan Hawthorne. We're going to cover a couple basic upper body exercises. This first one we're going to cover is going to be an overhead press with dumbbells. This is going to work our shoulders and our triceps, and we're just going to push straight to the top, kind of locking out with our arms, and we're covering our ears, okay? We do not want to come too far forward and put too much strain on our shoulders, okay? Back down. All right, we're going to go from this straight into a dumbbell bench press. I'm going to press straight up, locking out at the top. What we do not want to do is let our elbows come too wide. We want to keep this nice and safe, so kind of keep it in 45-degree angles or even a little bit tighter. And the other thing you do want to focus on is control, making sure we're not going too fast and not letting them fall into our stomach. We're going to move from dumbbell bench press into bent over rows with dumbbells. We're going to lean forward here, Dan, and pull our arms straight back and come back down. We're looking to work the back area. We also want to make sure that we are maintaining our posture in the low back. All right, relax. Now, next one for our arms, we're going to go to the curls. We're going to go to our biceps. So, straight up. The thing to really focus on is keeping these elbows in tight and not letting them get too high or too wide. Now, we can add in something else to this. We're going to go curl to the top, push straight up overhead. Same thing we were doing sitting down. Now we're standing up and we're adding two components together. Up, all the way up. And again, we want to focus on covering our ears with our arms, so we're coming up and squeezing these shoulders back in the back. And we're looking for shoulders and biceps in that one. Another exercise for our shoulders is going to be more upper body strength. Forward lateral raises, straight out to the side, straight up to the front. What we don't want to do is get too high. So when we come out to the sides, we want to be even with our shoulders. And then same thing when we come to the front. We want to come up too high, put too much strain on that shoulder. We want to make sure we're doing it right, so we're getting stronger at first. Reverse fly, you're going to lean forward and pull out to the sides and come back down. All right, again, we're going to make sure everything is nice and straight, and we're using our back to move these. Flat posture, and we're looking again to aim at this upper back region and our shoulders here. Tricep extensions, we're going to get our elbows in nice and tight. We're going to push straight back and come back in. Really focusing on our triceps. Back is nice and straight. We want to try to keep this as still as possible, focusing just on this tricep area. Just in case some of you don't have your basic equipment around the house, we're going to try and take a different approach and show you what you can use with the stuff that you may have. I'm pretty sure everyone has a table and chair, so we're going to get into showing you how you can work on your upper body strength by using just those two things. First thing is going to be push-ups. We're going to come down, touch the chair, come back up. All right, we're really working those shoulders, the triceps, and the chest. This is just in case you haven't quite got the strength to get moved down to the floor. To make this a little bit tougher, we could always turn the chair around and have her put her hands a little bit lower on the chair if we're not yet strong enough to do them from the floor. This is exactly where you want to be with your arms, nice and tight, so we're working our triceps and our shoulders and our chest. Good one for upper body pushing motion. Another exercise we can do is to go to the table. If you have any basic table around the house, all you have to do is kind of crawl underneath. And we're going to lay back. We want to keep our knees a little bent, our feet flat on the ground. Make sure that we're pulling straight back and we're not using our hips and our legs to pull ourselves up. The next step to make this a little bit harder may be to put one leg out straight, keep one leg bent. Okay, that adds a little bit more body weight to the movement. All right, the next thing we can do to make this even harder is to put both legs straight. And what we really want to focus on is keeping our body nice and flat. And again, we want to make sure we have a table that's pretty sturdy enough to hold on to our weight. And one last thing we can do to work on our triceps and our shoulders is to do dips. Again, if you have a chair, there's two different ways you can approach it. One is to put your hands here and do a dip. Good, so we're really focusing on these triceps and then these shoulders. All right, come back up and relax. And to make this a little bit harder, again, once we improve our strength, flip it around, get a little bit closer to the ground. Again, knees bent. This is going to make it a little bit easier. It's taking away some of that body weight. Good. Nice and tight. Backs against the chair almost. Again, to make this a little bit harder, one leg out and then two legs out. Very good. Small steps, again, 2-3 times a week. Give yourself a day of rest in between. Build up. Don't start all at one time. Make sure you're building your strength little by little and increasing it over a period of time.
You're watching Your Health Matters, brought to you by Meritus Health. We'll see you again after the break.